يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قيل لكم تفسحوا في المجالس.
So I am very happy, very excited, and very proud to invite our brother Yahya Idrissi here officially. So a quick introduction to our brother Yahya Idrissi. Signed from West Ham for his under-12 season and is a very versatile player with the ability to take on multiple attacking positions. He is an attacking midfielder who enjoys dribbling with the ball, sprinting quickly and getting into goal-scoring positions. A lot of you guys will know all of this if you've seen him, mashallah, if you've seen his videos. During the 2023-24 season, Yahya showed his goal-scoring ability as he netted 19 goals and provided 14 assists for the Chelsea under-16s. He made 4 league appearances for the under-18s, scoring again, and additionally, he was heavily involved in the under-16 Premier League tournament and the under-17 Premier League Cup win. He has played constantly for his international team, Morocco, throughout the under-17 and under-18 teams. Yahya frequently appears as a substitute for the Chelsea under-21s, mashallah, during the early 2024-25 season, making notable contributions, including a last-minute goal in a 6-2 victory over Villa fans if you're here, at Cobham in September. So mashallah, our brother is very skillful, very, maybe not a good example. When guys, they're so dangerous, they get sent to like the more serious security level. Like, mashallah, he's already playing with the under-21s, mashallah, at this age. But jokes aside, old man jokes aside, when Brother Afraz told me that we had, mashallah, Chelsea under-18, I can say under-21 in many ways, Morocco under-18, I had to check this out. And I, mashallah, looking at the YouTube videos, and I had to ask him, can you tell me a bit about the journey? Like, how did you get here? Was it a case of like Sunday league, and then the hard graft of like that, and then getting trials, and then finally signing up for Chelsea? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I started off at a very young age, at like, yeah, so alhamdulillah, I started off at a very young age. My parents got me into a lot of sports, swimming, boxing, football, tennis, a lot of sports. But I was most talented in football, and alhamdulillah, I started Sunday league just around the corner at like very young, like 8 years old. Actually did Everett Rovers. So, and then I went on to play for West Ham. I got Sky from like, my dad's friend, and then I was there until 12, doing lots of like tournaments abroad. I learned a lot of things there, good experiences. And then when I came to 12, a few clubs were interested. So across the country. But yeah, alhamdulillah, I chose Chelsea. And yeah, I've been there ever since. And yeah, it's been a good journey, we've got some ups and downs. But yeah, your faith really helps to keep you grounded, keep you focused and dream. And I've still got a long way to go. So inshallah, I get where I want to get to.
Yahya has been very humble. It's a tough graft getting through all of that to get to where he's at, mashallah. So, just on the football side of it, how would you describe your style of play? I couldn't quite put my finger on you. As somebody played into Eden Hazard, I saw a little bit of Cristiano because you track back quite a bit as well. Who would you say influenced you the most in your style of play?
So I always end up watching Neymar and he's my inspiration. So he gave me for the love of the game. I would say like I'm speaking to like Sofiane Boufal, who's at Morocco, plays similar play styles, and yeah, he's trying to help me give me some advice to get to the top. But yeah, I link up to N'Golo Kante as well. I played with him to him, and yeah, he gives me some good advice, keeps me grounded, keeps me on the deen. So yeah, he's a good inspiration for everyone, and he's very humble. Yeah.
I guess that kind of explains the mixing your game, because Kante he's a bit of everything, isn't he? Like attacking wise, defending wise. Mashallah. So again, and linked to that, like the tips and whatnot. What is the training schedule like? Because I saw one of your videos where there's the fitness drills, there's like the agility ladder, and there's the battle ropes and all that. But then I also saw you do deadlifts. So how do you describe like a typical training regime, like fitness drills versus weight training versus actual football?
Yeah, so usually on a day-to-day basis, we come in the morning, we have our breakfast, we get changed, and then we might have a meeting, watching other teams, we have a game, doing some analysis on other teams, and then we have like preparation in the gym, so that's like isometric holds, some gym stuff, to get us prepared for the game, doing some like sprints and plyometrics, and then we go into training. Start off with just a warm up, doing some sprints and agility work, and then we go into training on the balls. And yeah, after we finish training, we usually have a gym session. So that's some weightlifting, build up strength and power, to improve your pace and stuff like that. So yeah, I say it varies, but we're not really trying to like put on a lot of muscle because we have to stay agile. But yeah, I would say mostly explosive work.
And that's like Monday to Friday, all pretty much all day?
Yeah.
So obviously linked to that then is food, right? So do Chelsea like give you tips on what you need to be eating, drinking, or are they actually like setting it up for you? Like how do you diet work?
Yeah, so I'd say they're very good with that. They give us sort of supplements every day that we need to take to make sure if I need one after like breakfast and stuff. Yeah, the food's good. All the food's halal in Chelsea, so that's accommodating for me. During Ramadan, like they give me like a sort of package because I don't live at home. I live in digs, so that's with like a host family not far from the training ground. And yeah, they give me some dates, they give me some porridge, stuff like that, yogurts. So yeah, they're accommodating that, and yeah, the nutrition is quite good too.
Just eat healthy as well, don't just play well, eat well, okay? And you'll end up inshallah following these footsteps. So Yahya, you mentioned Morocco. So mashallah, they did so well at the last World Cup. Fourth place. It was amazing because it wasn't just the journey of getting so far in the tournament, but like Islamically it's so inspiring as well. Like we saw Ashraf Hakimi with his mom, all the players doing sajda, winning, and then also so they had this knack of like beating all these teams which have got like bad history with Morocco and like generally North Africa. So that was kind of cool. But what do you think is the future for Moroccan football? Like, where could they improve and like step it up and maybe go to the semis and final?
So I would say Morocco has one of the best talents in the world. Across Europe, across the world, there's lots of good players. Inspiration for everyone, all Muslims, that shows that we can do it, and yeah, it's an inspiration for all the youth as well. Just to work hard to get to that level.
Inshallah, you'll be at the next World Cup. Inshallah. Yahya Idrissi, mashallah, named after two prophets, not even one. I don't think I've seen that. Two prophets. Very inspirational name. So obviously, mashallah, you hold your Islamic identity proudly. Mashallah. I see it, on your social media. You give us reminders of having sabr, and you always give shukr, alhamdulillah, you always remind us of that. How is it being Muslim in the world with professional football coming into it? Is it tough at times, or does it be embraced? I mean,
to stay on me, but alhamdulillah, I have good parents, good family around me that keeps me grounded, keeps me focused on my religion. Alhamdulillah, I pray 5 times a day, fast on Ramadan. So yeah, I like to think I'm trying. But yeah, the environment is changing, some things are said, whatever, whatnot. But yeah, you just got to keep yourself away from all of that. And just know your identity, know your morals, and not indulge in the things your teammates might indulge in. Or yeah, just keep on reminding yourself every day, make that Allah, speak to the brothers that help you. And yeah, just the main thing is don't get everyone can sin sometimes, but it's always you have to repent. We're human at the end of the day. But as long as you're trying your hardest and you repent, I mean that's what you can do. So yeah.
You might in a beautiful hadith that all of the children of Adam sin. But the best of those who sin are those who return to Allah. And who they make Torah to Allah. So beautiful reminder. So you led on nicely to my next question, which is, I think you kind of answered it as well, like in a bit of a deep one. How does the discipline of Islam help in your game? Because like you mentioned, you do have certain influences around you, the life of a footballer, or at least from the outside, there's a lot of temptation going on, there's a lot of distractions going on. So how does Islam, if you could elaborate a bit more on how it keeps you grounded?
Yeah, so Islam keeps you grounded in many ways. Every time you pray, you remind yourself of Allah, and it's sort of if you're singing and you pray, you come down and you look that. I would say tough times in football, having Allah, having a deen, it keeps you focused and yeah, it just keeps you striving for more. So, and it keeps you humble also, keeps you very humble.
So I've got a few more questions for you, but before I do that, I will open the floor to any questions if anybody's got anything related to Yahya's career in football tips. I know we've got some youngsters who are looking to get into it. Do you have a question?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
So I'm very proud of the thanks for joining us today. So I want to two questions really. With Ramadan coming up, I imagine you do this football thing for a long time now, so you kind of have an idea of how you do it well. But just for those of us who aren't really familiar with football, how are you adjusting coming into Ramadan? My next question is, what are some things that you found really easy to adjust to over your career? And what about some unexpectedly difficult things?
Yes, I would say during Ramadan, at first, to be honest with you, it's hard because the physical demand that you go through every day, training, gym, games, it's quite hard. But Allah doesn't want us to go through struggle. So it's not a burden on us. It is a blessing. So you've got to take it by doing your practicing your faith. And yeah, but I would say, yeah, the first few days I'll back up to once a week. But gradually your body gets used to it. And subhanAllah, you even feel quite light as well, because you're not eating, so you feel quicker on your feet. But yeah, so on the way days, I'm traveling to Manchester. I've got United on Wednesday. I wouldn't fast the day on the plane. It's too much on the body for traveling. You need to fast and just catch up. So what was that question?
So yeah, just throughout your career, what are some things you found really easy, like just was natural to you?
Yeah.
And what are some things that you sort of unexpectedly difficult?
Okay. Some things that you find difficult is just going through hard times. Like like on the pitch, whether that's in English. Yeah, but it's good to have people to turn to, people to speak to, and obviously the best person to speak to is your Lord. So making that, and yeah, just being patient, having sabr all the time, just knowing that Allah is the best plan for you. So yeah, just don't watch others and focus on yourself, and Allah's time is the best time.
Any questions, brothers and sisters? Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Here we go. Any question? It's on. It's on. Just thinking of a deep one.
What is 10 times 10?
It's important. It's important. That's interesting. That gives me that gave me an idea. Actually, I would like it. Thank you. You reminded me. It's important. Very important. There's no such thing as a bad question. That's actually an interesting. I thought about it. Education, right? So obviously, there comes a point where you've got to choose, right? You know, I think you have to keep studying up to GCSE, right? Minimum. So, do you ever get tempted to do a little bit of academia still, or like a little bit of studying or reading on the side just to keep the other side of the brain fresh, or is there too much going on right now?
Yeah, so I mean, when I was 15, I moved out of the house. I went to full-time education at the club. Yeah, we just studied like normal schools, to be honest. We had like 4 in the class. Doing like science, English, maths, all that other stuff. So yeah, I ended up passing my GCSEs. Not a flying colours, but I passed. But yeah, education is very important. It's very important. It's your basic, so everyone has to have education. But now I'm just doing a sports detail, and I'm doing Spanish as well. So I'm trying to prepare me if I need to go to Europe. But yeah, education is very important. But to be honest with you, I actually went to school in Queens, so not too far from here. Yeah, from year 7 to year 9. It was a good time to be honest with you, my friends and that. But when I went into full-time education at the club, it was a bit more strict. It was only 4 in the class, so let's really listen about.
Sorry, come on.
Yeah, I'm listening time to watch you.
So, you dropped an interesting point there, the Spanish. Right, so we're going to do some quick fire questions now. Okay, so are we going to, if we get the choice, are we going to stand for rail or Barca?
I think Barca.
Oh, three. Very good. Okay, alright, sorry. Okay, if it's Italy, is it Juve or Inter? Yes, he knows that Juve. Alright, and if it's France, is it PSG or Marseille? Okay, very good, very good. Alright, he's an Arsenal fan, by the way, so he's very professional. He's not sabotaged Chelsea. He's done well for them. Okay. Brothers, any more questions here? Apologetic question.
When I was watching your videos, you remind me quite a lot of Thiago actually. I thought we could get out 1v1 scenarios, even 2v1 as well, and see you compose yourself quite really good. Was there anyone in particular in terms of the actual situation that you looked up to, following your play style and
Yeah, good question. I would say from young age it came like sort of naturally to me. Because I was gifted with like a talent that I won't sort of take for granted. But yeah, from young I was feeling the ball at my feet and getting out of tight situations. But I would say, like, I analyse the game quite a lot. So I watch the first team, I watch games, I analyse how they play, and their movements, how they turn the shoulders, everything. So, in a way, you have to educate yourself on the game as well, so you have to not learn that. But I would say the best player in the world is Messi. So I watch him for that aspect.
Yes. Mr. Joseph, yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Once you come at the end of your academy career, are you looking to stay at Chelsea or are you planning to look for different avenues or different clubs if you have the chance?
Very good question. It's been recorded, right? So I can't really say too much. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy where I am now. But inshallah, if any other opportunities come, that gives me good exposure. You know, so yeah, I'll be open to it. So yeah, it's all about the last man.
After maybe some far away, but I'm wondering if you've thought as far ahead as what you'd like to do when it's time to retire from the playing field. Thought about would you stay in football, sports related, or perhaps something else that you'd like to share that as well?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So throughout my career, I would like to think that I would sort of invest well, and I've got good parents to help me with that. So inshallah, yeah, I'll be okay. But to be honest with you, I would like to stay in football, whether that's become a manager or coach, just helping young players to get to where they want to be, I think. Yeah, and yeah, maybe just become an agent or something like that. Yeah, just stay in the game.
One day.
Yeah.
It's,
Ten by ten.
yeah, give the answer still to that one as well.
It's 100, it's 100.
Give it.
We want that one. As far as you go.
My other question was, when you was growing up, a lot of players, a lot of people watching the league, I thought they don't get the right opportunity to be represented because of their background, especially the term BA, Black, Asian, and minority. So growing up, what was it like in terms of coming from a background that not as big as represented, say, a lot more English players, a lot more black players even.
Yeah, I would say being a North African player is less common in the UK. I mean, France, Italy, Spain is very common. Sometimes it could be sort of a negative, but dealing with that, I mean, it just motivates you to work even harder to be the first Moroccan from the UK to make it to the Premier League. Because I don't know if that's ever happened before. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really faze me, to be honest with you. So yeah, we're all Allah's creation, we're all equal. So yeah, I don't see how people can see others different. So yeah.
I can add to that. It is really inspirational to see this because you'll remember this, but our generation was always a big thing. We wouldn't see enough Asian players in the league. And so to see there should be at least about 300 or 400 of us in the football league, you know, on ratio compared to that population. There was only about 30 or something. So and clearly it doesn't mean that we're not talented. It just means we've got some ceilings that we're having to break through. So mashallah, we see brothers like Yahya come through. It's all the more inspirational. Any more questions before we? Yes, here we go.
I've got a question. I am a footballer and I'm a professional footballer. Do you have any tips?
Very good question, inshallah. I would say listen to that. And don't watch other people if they might be doing better or they might be at a certain place right now. I mean, just focus on yourself, work hard every day, always pray for someone else, make that someone else, and yeah, have someone as well. Everyone's time is different, people develop at different stages. So don't get too worried and talented. He's doing this, he's doing that. Just focus on yourself and inshallah your time will come.
Brothers, use this opportunity because mashallah Yahya is on his way to the World Cup, so we might not see him as easily as we are saying now. So if you've got any more questions before we wrap up,
It's becoming a lot more recent that you see there's a lot of hate and racism in terms of like from fans and football and even amongst other players. So how would you tackle that, and do you have like any other experiences you have personally that you'd like to share?
Have you told you that he's a Chelsea fan as well?
I mean, personally, I haven't really experienced that yet. So, but I feel like when you play in big stadiums, you can always experience that. But I mean, when you're playing a game, you're focused on the game. The fans say, don't really hear it. Yeah, even the other day I was playing in front of a few people, like 3,000. They say chance, whatever. If you lose the ball, they say you're whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, we've been taught to just ignore it, and we have like psychology that speaks to you as well. We have a psychologist that speaks to us. So yeah, they teach us just to keep some religion in the games and just focus on that. And with the media, I mean, I don't like read comments and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't really see that sort of side of it. My parents have sort of kept me away from all that stuff on social media. But yeah, you just gotta stay strong and just know yourself and just be confident in yourself and just don't listen to what other people say. That's negative. Just ignore it, and don't react. Because the more strongest person is the person that doesn't react. Anyone can fight back, but having someone and not fighting back is more powerful.
Who's one player that you like to play with or against?
just one.
I think the GOAT, his birthday was yesterday. His 40th. I mean, my dream to play with him. Now though, I think he's coming towards the end of his career, so wow, I'll start to really sort of finish. You know, so but yeah, I mean, a lot of top players and a lot of top clubs. So yeah, I mean, my favourite footballer was Neymar, but I don't think I'll get a chance to play because
do you have a signature skill for me? And also, who would you like to be managed by if you get into like the Premier League or anything?
To be honest with you, when you get older, doing skills is like sort of rare. So it's sort of like a drop on the shoulder, something quick, like a step over. But yeah, I've always from young like to be very well fixed. So if I get an opportunity at the end of the game, we're winning, I like to try to put it on. And a manager that I'd like to play for, I've always looked up to Zidane. So when he had his time at Real Madrid, I think that was my inspiration. So yeah, I'll say him, but there's a lot of top managers in the leagues. So yeah, to be honest with you,
Zidane. Okay, but is any more questions before we wrap up? Yes.
And on something like do you think Chelsea can back top 4 this season?
Yeah, so I think the first team environment is very sort of like a family. Everyone gets along with each other. The foreign players, the English players. The manager is very good. His tactical, his tactics are good. So yeah, everyone's up for it. Everyone's sort of excited for the season ahead. But yeah, I think they can do it. Yeah, they work hard every day, so and they've improved quite a lot since last season. So yeah, hopefully they can improve more and finish the season on that.
So unless there is one more question, I will wrap up. There we have one more.
Just interested to be these food for thought as well. About going to a country like Saudi, especially from like UK, how long do you think a lot of players might be go to UK, from UK to somewhere like Saudi? Not many UK players go to like Europe straight away, or even like a sort of Lyon paycheck. But how early on in your career would you say you might consider going to Saudi? Just to maybe set a trend if there's someone who's doing that.
Yeah, so I feel like at first they were attracting the older players. They got the best player in the game now, so that attracted sort of everyone. Everyone's eyes was on the league, was on the country. So I think it's brought a lot of popularity to Saudi football, and a lot of young players are wanting to go there. But yeah, not only because of the money, but because of the players they're playing with, and it's a league that is up and coming. And a lot of fans are attending the games. They could be in the Champions League soon. So I mean, it is a top league. So yeah, it is attracting a lot of talents, and soon there's a lot of people, best leagues in the world. And I see a lot of youngsters at 19, 20, 21 going soon in the next few years.
The Copa World Cup only in 2024, so much can happen between now and then. Many effective World Cup as well, so we shall see. Alright, brothers, so I just wanted to close on a reflection I had on this, which is, there's actually, whenever we do the youth halaqah, I remember this hadith. It's about Judgment Day. And the Judgment Day is a very, very serious day. As you know, this is the day that we will all be judged. And of the many things that happen on that day, we know that the planets will be falling, the stars will be falling, everything's coming down, and the sun comes so close to the earth, and people are like drowning in their sweat. And then in relation to this, our Prophet said that there are 7 people on that day, 7 types of people who will be under the shade of Allah. And no one else will get the shade of Allah except these people. So you can imagine on that difficult day, everybody wants to be under the shade of Allah because the sun is so close that everybody's feeling it. And of course, our Prophet ﷺ, he lists the 7 types of people. But the thing that always comes to my mind in this hadith when I think about the youth halaqah is one of them is a youth who grew up in the worship of Allah. A young man or young woman who grew up in the worship of Allah. And straight after that, or right next to it, is mentioned as someone whose heart is attached to the masjid. And subhanAllah, I think of all of you guys, when I see this hadith, I think you're in your youth and you're here. Friday night, what is Friday night associated with? All kinds of bad behavior in this country, let's be honest. But you guys who chose to be here in the masjid, you prayed Isha in Jamaat, and the reward for Isha in Jamaat, you can't calculate it. It's just only Allah knows how great the reward is. And you're young and you're attached to the masjid, so you get both of them. So from 2 levels, you'll inshallah get the shade, you'll get in that category. And I would say to my brother Yahya, inshallah, even all the more so because fame and fortune didn't pull you away from that. You're still here with us, alhamdulillah. And, you mentioned all the temptations and difficulties that we face, being a professional footballer. Yet here you are still with us, you remember us, and you remind us of so many aspects of our faith. And that's really, may Allah increase you in that. And so I will end with the dua that I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to fix our hearts on His deen and to give us the ikhlas, give us sincerity in our actions. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give support and help to our brother Yahya's success in his career, in his dunya and his akhirah. I ask Allah to protect our brother from fitna, to protect him from injuries, and to continue to make him a great role model for us throughout his career. And with that, I will drop on the heat. Do not forget BIC, do not forget us when the World Cup, inshallah. And mashallah, our brother Yahya has also generously brought some gifts for us as well. So I think Allah will facilitate that whenever the time is right. So subhanallah wa bihamdihi, ashhadu an la